Welcome into the postgame. Jeff Eisenman alongside New York Jets running back Matt Forte. And Matt, obviously we're in Chicago here where the NFL draft is. What's your NFL draft memory from when you were selected?
Just how cool it is, to be watching the draft on TV and then, your phone rings and then, you hear a coach on there. For me specifically, Lovie Smith, he was saying, are you ready to become a Bear? And I was, super excited about that. But not only that, but just the feeling of accomplishment that, your hard work throughout Little League and junior high and all this other stuff and college and stuff, it paid off. And so, truly was a blessing and something that you'll remember for, forever.
And you're a veteran now. Is the draft something that players follow? Is it something, on Thursday night you guys are watching, or is it something you just check in on after the fact?
After you've already been drafted, you don't pay attention as much to it, because you've already been through the draft process, and it's pretty nerve-wracking enough. And so, you do pay attention to who you draft, your specific team, but as far as watching every single pick, not so much. You might watch the first couple of picks of the first round and then whoever your team drafts.
Running backs, the two big names, Ezekiel Elliott, Derrick Henry. Who do you think is the best running back in the draft?
It's a difficult call because they're both talented, very talented running backs, and have both won the Heisman as well. I believe, didn't both of them win the Heisman?
Elliott did not. Henry
he did not, but Henry did. But both very talented running backs, and they bring different things to the table. Ezekiel is not as tall and as heavy as a running back and big as a guy as Derrick Henry is, but in different style of running. Derrick is more of a bruiser where he can use the size on you and that type of thing, but Ezekiel is pretty shifty. He's a smaller guy, not that small, but smaller than Derrick is, and explosive. So different things that they can bring to the table. But if I have to go with one, I'll pick Ezekiel just based off, I think in the passing game, I think he can be used a little more in that aspect.
It seems to be a trend that running backs aren't valued as highly in the NFL draft. You see less picked in the first round. As a running back, how do you feel about that?
They're just hating on us running backs because, we have to be the most talented out there on the field. You have to be able to run, you got to block, you got to catch. We get the ball the most, and, you get beat up the most. And so I think in today's NFL league where, contracts are getting bigger and people are getting paid more, they want to get the most value out of somebody for the money that they're going to spend. And so when they look at how much, of a pounding and beating that a running back takes, sometimes they don't want to pay them that much because they get beat up. And so, and also I think it's because the game of the NFL it goes through shifts. Back in the day, there was a lot of every down running backs, and that's what I grew up watching, is guys who played every down and were those type of running backs. Now you see these guys today, there's a third down running back or a specialty running back that he only comes in on passing down, or one guy who only plays first and second down that runs the ball, or a short yardage back. And so, growing up, I used to see you're supposed to be able to do all those things. You're supposed to be able to run, catch, and block, and do all facets of being a running back. And, nowadays they're able to pay guys less, but pay more of them and get them to do the same job that one guy could do for giving them a big contract.
And you're here with Verizon. What exactly are you doing with them?
Yeah, the draft is here this weekend, and you can catch the draft on NFL Mobile from Verizon. You can catch every pick if you're not going to the draft or watching it on TV. You can catch it on your phone no matter where you're at. You can be at dinner. You can be out here by the lake freezing your butt off and catch the draft that way. Or you can be, camping or something, and you can catch the draft on your phone. And so not only that, but during the season, which is what I like to do, is you can catch other games streamed live on your phone.
That's Matt Forte on the NFL Draft.